Latvia's Minister of Foreign Affairs is in London meeting members of the Cabinet for discussions about the future of his country's relationship with the UK in the post-Brexit era. One area of concern for Edgars Rinkevics is the right of Latvian nationals to remain in Britain. Secondly, there's the role of Nato, as he's been telling me.
I'm here to discuss three issues. One is Brexit, second is security, and third, normally as foreign minister who comes to other NATO and still EU country, we discuss a lot of issues that are related with our immediate concerns, Eastern neighborhood, Russia, Ukraine, and so on. And I'm here also to say that we want to have negotiations over Brexit that are conducted in constructive manner, and what I have retreated here in London as well as in Brussels meeting chief EU negotiator. We don't want any kind of punishment of UK. That's something we consider totally unacceptable, and that's also our position within EU.
Would it help if the UK were now to guarantee EU nationals, including the 100,000 nationals, Latvian nationals who are here, guarantee that they can stay?
Obviously, I think it's very important that people who live here, who work here, as well as British nationals who live and work in the European Union, get this guarantee as soon as possible. Because I think that those people who are living either in UK or in EU, they shouldn't suffer from whatever politics we can sometimes play.
I mean, your citizens here, do they have things changed since the Brexit vote for them?
Well, just after referendum, our embassy received some information, some calls that there have been some kind of, splash of what normally is referred to the kind of hate speech. There were some insults, but now I'm hearing that actually that kind of number or level of incidents has come down. I'm going to meet, of course, also our community here, representatives of our community. I'm going to discuss also such kind of things, but I'm pleased also that cabinet ministers, Secretary of State for Brexit Affairs, David Davis, has explicitly said that UK will do whatever it's in their power to actually hound down such kind of incidents, and we have agreed to continue close cooperation if we have some kind of such incidents, that they will be investigated by authorities. On
the question of security, of course, Latvia, Baltic state, very much in the front line as far as Russian expansionism or ambitions might be. Do you think that the fact that Britain is leaving the EU weakens that security alliance through NATO? No, not at all. First of all, I think that the reassurance we have got in Prime Minister May's speech in United States when she was addressing Republican retreat, also my talks with Secretary Johnson, with Secretary Fallon, have shown very clearly that UK takes NATO commitment very seriously. We are grateful also for UK taking the lead role in Estonia. British soldiers will come for exercises to Latvia. So I think that this kind of concern we frankly had before Brexit, that it may actually weaken also UK's kind of stance within NATO, those concerns have been brushed away. We see that NATO is something that United Kingdom takes very seriously, and that's actually going to be also some kind of cornerstone of European security policy for UK, but also for us. And how would you assess the level of threat to Latvia as a member of the European Union, a democratic country? Look, I think that the decisions that NATO heads of state and government took in Warsaw, deployment of NATO battle groups, have decreased the possibility of whatever military incident or attack. I really don't believe there is going to be Russian attack. And even if sometimes press and academic circles love to play kind of scenarios, I think that Russia is not going to do anything what concerns the kind of military operation or testing the NATO forces in Baltics. Of course, it has done in the Ukraine. Wait a minute, Ukraine is not NATO member. Sure. And let's look at this from the Russian perspective. They don't see
this kind of, Baltic security problem. They understand that this is the NATO territory and they are going to play with the whole NATO. But I think what we should be aware is what we now refer as hybrid threats or hybrid warfare, cyber attacks, information campaigns, meddling in elections, and we have very important elections this year in Europe, France, the Netherlands, Germany. So I think that is something we have to actually find a proper response, and I spent quite a lot of time discussing what would be our proper responses with Secretary of Defense and Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.